And we're off. Day 89. I'm fairly certain. Should double check, but we're going to go with it. Day 89. It's 4:30 in the a.m. Me and 12 have already taken off. I don't think we woke too many people up, but there's a lot of people at that shelter. Beautiful day so far. Ooh, very wobbly bridge. I can see stars, so that's a good sign. No pitter-patter of rain at all last night. Was totally expecting a storm. Pleasantly surprised. Tons of silk hanging. My face is already getting coated. But hey, that's a small price to pay. Already had my first safety meeting, but I'm about to start on my second. It's just a nice day. Got eyeballs. Who are you? It hunts. Low next to that tree I'm lighting up. You can't see him? Oh, it's a baby deer. Almost positive. Yep, we're lighting up a baby deer. It's like, what the hell, man? Who's waking me up? There's two whippoorwills off in the distance. Every time I hear a whippoorwill, I imagine that they found somebody camping. I'm like, hey, let's annoy them. And it must be a good-sized campsite because they got two of them going on. Generally, you just get one whippoorwill, which makes it more annoying. It's not like he's even talking to anybody. He's just there making noise. When you get two, at least you can pretend they're talking to each other. Bridges over nothing. Silk, silk, silk. Water. I'm gonna have to get my feet wet. I did see on the map somewhere in the future is another bridge out. They got a big danger triangle on the map. Danger. The water could be as deep as 1.5 inches. Protect your socks. Fancy bridge. Even turns a corner. Look at that. Whew. That is 2.5 inches deep in some places. I'm glad my feet are still dry. There has been quite a few downed trees for the past few days. Some really big ones, rather fresh as well. I'm assuming from that storm just a week ago. Glad I'm wherever I was when that happened. Because, yeah, this shit would eat your tent up. And maybe your life. Okay, I've lost the trail. Maintenance crews really need to get out here. I should not be climbing trees on the AT. Come on. This is CDT stuff. Man, there's just broken trees everywhere. It was nice waking up warm this morning. Able to swing my legs out, just relax in my hammock. Not worrying about pulling my other clothes in and putting them in my hammock with me so I can warm them up before I put them on. I was expecting rain last night and this morning, but I haven't checked in a few days. So I guess we outwalked that storm cell that was coming to wherever I was when I checked that. Let's see if we can look out and manage to avoid it again today. It's supposed to, according to my weather, be rainy or thundery or something every day for like 6 or 7 days. I think the East Coast has seen enough of storms for a while. Forest is waking up. Hoping to luck out and catch a sunrise, but you know how that is in the thick of the woods. Little bastard found us. So if I walked with a headlamp on would disguise me. It's been uphill for a minute. I'm guessing the jumbled stack of rocks tells me I'm near the top of this thing. That's where the best jumbled rocks hang out. The humidity is so thick you can see it. It's creeping this way. I was able to see the next hill over a little while ago. There's a parking lot right up here. Weird, I'm going uphill to a parking lot. I'm used to going downhill to this. We're gonna take a break there. Oh, we're walking right into it. Doesn't taste like clouds. Maybe it was a low cloud. Maybe low clouds taste different than high clouds. But the birds don't seem to care. So neither should I. Okay, this is what showed up as a parking lot on the map. Not much of a parking lot, but wide enough to take a break. We are here. So they made a little heart with their tires. The sun came out a little more. It's still misty and it's cold, man. Cold, cold. Day started off so warm. What the hell happened? Ooh. The next half mile is like straight up, and then after that it's cruisy. I prefer to get it done and over with myself. The birds got quiet. If anything, it seems like the day is improving. I see a little blue sun trying to break through. I think I'm going to swing by Four Pines. Might come across that tomorrow. Stayed there last time. There's a nice hole in the wall. Dude named Joe ran it. It was his garage, essentially. Tons of camping out on the lawn. He took you to this place that was all you could eat. That place doesn't exist anymore, and unfortunately Joe has died as well. But Four Pines still remains, according to gut hooks. Stairs. But it might be a nice place to recharge some batteries and ride out a storm, if a storm happens to be happening. Ooh. Oh, our first bit of sunlight. Just so beautiful. Stuff doesn't quite show up as well in pictures. I try, but you can only capture so much. This is so beautiful that the silk is worth it. Because there's a lot of silk. I can see it all now because it's all dewy. You know, that stuff. I don't know how well it shows up on camera. Oh, I feel so silky. Not silky smooth, just covered in silk. It's probably one of my heaviest days of silk blazing in recent memory. Probably not ever. That might be out of Duncannon. Because from what I remember, they have a bridge that was made entirely out of spiders. Yeah, cuties. Doesn't even show up, does he? There are tiny little spiders in the center of some of these webs. They're not big enough to be scary, you know, when you find one on your face. So I was thinking back about the storm because I see evidence of it all over the place. Just spots here and there that have just been wrecked, huge trees broken in half, not just uprooted. And I believe that is the storm where I walked into the shelter at the perfect time because that thing was super high winds and around the same time frame. I mean, we've had quite a few storms, but that one was particularly powerful. I was glad to be in a shelter for it. Because there's just huge branches down all over the place where you can't even tell which tree it came from, but you know, it's huge and it's fresh and it's still live. Well, you know, it still has leaves on it that are fairly fresh looking. You know, a little wilty, but it's been a week. I vaguely remember this shelter. Met a Russian guy here, I want to say. It's the one and only time I met him, I think. I remember it was much wetter that day. Blow up the privy. There's no water here, unfortunately. That's cool. There's some just down the way. But I like to filter while I deuce. What kind of horror show are we in for? Oh, there's a little tree growing out of this poop heart. Yeah, it's not horrible. We'll leave the door open. Everybody from the shelter can watch me poo. Please close the latch door when done. Thank you. I will. Turns out water was less than 100 yards away, so I went and grabbed some. Back flushed a bit. I got a stream going. Not a fast one, but a stream. Gonna make some coffee. Why not? It's a beautiful day. And change into something a little more festive. It's gonna be a warm one today. Warm and sticky. Well, the first wave of faster hikers from that shelter have caught us. They're back there filtering water. We just gotta stay ahead of most of them. Ooh. I'm assuming most of them are kind of slow. That's why we caught them. We're catching up with the slow people from the bubble ahead of us. That's my assumption, anyway. That tree has a buttload of body piercings. Oh no, out into the exposed. No. Somebody came along and mowed though. Really appreciate that. Otherwise, this is how we get ticks. I'm still tick free at this point. Well, upon last checking. Been out for a few hours today, so there's possibilities. Really appreciate the trail maintainers. A lot of this was done by hand, not by machine. This would be itchy otherwise. We're coming along the Kiefer oak soon. The largest oak tree on the AT. 300 years old. I don't quite remember. I remember a big tree, but I thought it was like New York or something. But maybe it's a different kind of big tree. Yeah, this is the biggest oak And there was the biggest poplar on the Pinhoti. It was a really big tree. I see you. It hunts. So flexible, looking over its butt at me. Run away! That's right. Better run. I was gonna scritch your butt. I haven't got to pet a random deer. I could have pet that baby deer the other day that was sleeping, but that just seemed like a dick move, so I didn't do it. Oh, I wanted to touch it. How often do you get to touch a baby deer? Be alert. Black bears are active. No! And that guy gets everything. Is this where I'm supposed to get water? I should probably consult the map. I've been eating a bunch today. Ate breakfast today, and then I had some ramen when I made my second coffee. Now I'm about to break into this bad boy. Want some tortillas. But these are not half bad. Less tuna, more rice and beans, because rice and beans is cheaper than tuna, but that's okay. I want more rice and beans than tuna. I actually hate tuna, but it's the easiest meat, cheap meat in a bag. At least there's a little bit of a variety. Oh, I got a mosquito just landed on my finger. Ah, and I missed it. Oh, it's going to be that time of year soon. Just a shack rotting in the woods. Okay, here we have the Kiefer oak. It's the Kiefer oak, everybody. It's an oak named Kiefer. How you doing, Kiefer? Doing fine. Somebody broke my arm off. Look at it all dangling. That's a big tree.
I'm gonna have.
Hey, there's that oak. Oh yeah, this is how we get ticks. Where's my lawnmower man? Glad I wasn't the first person through here. Must be their hangout. They're everywhere. That's a lot of stairs. Oh, we got some snake sex going on right here. You guys get it going, yeah. Boring. Guys have to hurry up. Other hikers are coming, man. We're going to gather around and watch. Look at that crazy look in his eye. That's snake foreplay right there. Look at him undulating. Work it, buddy, work it. She's into it. Okay, well, you guys are bored. I'm going to take off. Snake porn is pretty lame. Okay, for real, but not this time. You kids have fun. Hope you're wearing a condom. Well, they're freaking everywhere. And I was just walking. I'm that close. I was like, hey, snake. What are you doing on the trail, huh? Oh, hey. I'm a tough guy. I'm a tough guy. Don't mess with me. Freaking everywhere. Well, this seems like a great rock for a safety meeting, and I might be having toe issues, so I'm going to go check that out. I'm going to walk around in wet socks for a while. It hasn't been raining, but the grass and stuff has been wet, so I've had wet socks. See what damage has been done. Ooh, it is hot up here. You feel the heat just coming off these rocks underneath me, I'm guessing. That was stacked by man. So was that. The other one. The one's over there. Oh, most definitely that one. I am more than willing to bet these were stacked by slaves, because we are in Virginia. Makes sense to me. Look at that thing. Beast. Is it a hearth at least? Fireplace? No. Just a big old cairn. Some of these are stacked way better than others. Look at that. It happens. What was the point? Can't imagine you're doing any farming up here or anything. Why remove the rocks? So they refer to this part of the range as the Continental Divide. That everything that flows off the left side goes to the Gulf of Mexico. Everything that flows off the right side goes to the Atlantic. Which are pretty much the same to me. I mean, the only thing separating them is Florida and Cuba, right? But, you work with what you got. It's definitely a divide. I don't know about a continental divide. This piece is going to fall off. Let's go jump on it. Hasten the process. You can see it's raining a little bit on that hill over there. What are those brown lines in hens? It's kind of weird. Looks like it's raining back there too. Oh, there's a nice cool breeze coming out of there. The air is so cool coming off this side of the hill. Oh, I can see rain way back there. It's headed our way. Angular rocks high up are about the last place I want to be in a rainstorm. A couple more miles and we head down. So I'm sure we'll be good. Interesting. This log just melted into a little pile of sawdust. At one time, this was a mighty tree. Dust in the wind, dude. It has just started to sprinkle. It's only about a half mile till we start heading down. And there's a shelter in 3 miles just in case we need to hide for a little while. Hoping it just blows over, but you know how these things go. You never know how these things go. Slippery rocks. Eastern Continental Divide, Gulf of Mexico, and Atlantic. Not that impressive. Oh, here's our downhill portion of the trip. Let's get out of this rain, or sprinkles. Sustained sprinkles, though. I'm wearing cotton. And cotton kills. This looks a lot like a controlled burn, right? It's all clean, everything's still alive, everything that needs to be. Over there didn't look so much like one, but over here it does. We're less than a mile from the shelter now. Not that we're planning on staying there. There could be as many as like 30 kids behind us headed here. It was a rugged 19 miles between there and here. So I don't know how many of them will make it. I don't know their strengths or weaknesses. You know, maybe the pitter-patter of rain sent them fleeing towards the other shelter. It was down some switchbacks, so I never went there. I'm not blue blazing for a shelter unless there's like a severe storm or something. But this next one has water, a picnic table, you know, things like that. So at least stop by. But it's still only like 4:30, probably not even that. So if we want to push on and look for some spots, that'd probably be what we do unless there's some awesome spots here. I'm game either way. After all those rocks today, this forest floor is really welcome. Feels good on the feet. My shoes are falling apart a little quicker than anticipated. But I've gotten like 400 miles out of them or so. So even if I have to buy another pair of $25 shoes soon. But the bottoms are actually separating on both sides. But $25, you know. That's not bad. Ooh. You can't see it, but Camp Crawler is set up right over there. A lot of nice spots over here, but this is the trail coming right through, so I mean, it looks like a nice spot, but you'll have me walking by, or the equivalent thereof. I am doing the long walk towards water. I can hear it down there. I heard it's a steep 0.3. That kind of sucks, but I like coffee. I'm willing to walk for it. So we did 19 miles today. Not bad. It was a rugged day. Not an easy 19 miles. My feet are killing me. I even had to put tape on at one point. Getting soft. Oh, I see water right there, man. It's not no 0.3. That's 0.1. Maybe to the good running water it's further, but I see it trickling right over here. That's good enough for me. I reconsidered. The muddy trickle wasn't enough. I heard this bad boy. I was like, this is close, man. We're talking 0.15. Much better water.